Good evening. Good evening. What's going on, fellas?
What's
What's up, man?
happening? What's happening?
Yeah, man. Welcome to the Just Noise Sports Show. Hey, man. I wanted to get on here, man, and talk about this draft and get into Bronny and LeBron and all the backlash they're receiving, and then I want to get into JJ Redick and his new coaching gig. Um, but yeah, man. Did any of y'all catch the draft at all?
I'm
Couple
gonna go put
highlights.
what I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Only about 2% of them gonna be successful. Might be one Hall of Famer, but hopefully, I've been saying
Yeah.
this a lot lately. But hopefully, I'm wrong. Hopefully, I'm wrong.
Yeah. Nah, I kind of feel the same way. Like I didn't really pay a whole lot of attention to the draft just because I was busy doing other things, and it just didn't have
Mhm.
that fire that you normally associate with the NBA draft. And that
Okay.
could be for a number of reasons. It could be, the WNBA is still a lot of the shine right now. You know what I'm saying? More so than they had in the past. So I think there was things that contributed to that because it felt like the draft just rolled in. It was like, oh, it's draft night, and I was like, what? Wait a minute.
Mhm.
So I didn't even plan to watch it.
You know what,
Right.
fellas? I take that back. I did watch it. I watched. I just kept a watchful eye on it on my phone.
Hmm.
Like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, so and so's up picking. Okay, they up picking. But
Yeah.
nah,
Uh-huh.
was it on the tube? Hell no. No, sir. You get no play.
Right. Yeah, I totally missed it. I mean, I feel like the draft has been. I mean, it's almost like college basketball, the regular season. Like nobody cares about it. Um, it's just we don't know who these guys are. And I mean, we used to be able to anticipate the draft, and we used to be able to call out guys who we thought were going to be, you know, number one or number five or 10 or whatnot. And um, that's just not the case anymore. And um, we don't know these guys until they do get drafted and they start playing. Um, but I think about there's like maybe three draft classes that I think about the '84 draft, the '96 draft, and then maybe the 2003 draft. Like I feel like those were the best drafts, at least for me. I don't know how you guys feel, but
They were definitely up there for sure. Probably top
yeah,
five. All three of those in the top five.
right.
Well, the problem with the NBA, well, just basketball in general, yes, of course, back in the days we used to know the players, but a lot of these cats would just be one and done. And also
Hmm.
back in the days, we would know who's coming out of high school. We'd be like, oh, you know, because it was this hype and the stigma around it. So we was paying attention. But now
Right.
these rosters flip over uh what? Every year or every 2 years a roster flips over. And not only that, everybody got a college basketball team. Even Tennessee, Chattanooga Diesel Truck Driving Academy, Hair Emporium have a basketball team. And people,
Right.
I'm just making it up. That don't exist, but that's what it's gotten to. Everybody, and furthermore, I think the product is watered down.
The product? You mean the
Basketball,
NBA product or just what do you
college
mean?
basketball is
Oh,
watered
college
down
basketball. Okay.
to the
Okay.
fullest. Like I said,
Yeah.
everybody got a team. Uh, you know, and on top of that, the D1 programs, these kids, they there for a year and they gone. They are out
Right.
if they're
Yeah.
that good.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't stay very long, man. They're
Dre
it's
said he don't even.
oh well that's a
He's
perfect
some guy
segue
from
because
Australia.
let's go. Yeah, the number one pick Let's see, what's his name?
Yeah.
Zachary Wasage. I think that's how you say his name.
Right, something like that.
Yeah. So hold on one second. Got some little highlights real quick.
I think Paris could improve.
Okay. Now that was in Australia.
Mhm.
When has the national team ever did something in the Olympics or
Right.
I'm just waiting.
Yeah.
And a lot of this is fit too. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a nice size.
yeah,
Ooh,
but I'm saying like he's got to fit in what that team's offense is going to do. Like I think a lot of times, especially with a draft like this,
Okay, dude.
you just
Okay.
drafting somebody based on a serious hypothetical, because I don't think we've seen enough of any of these players to determine what kind of player they're going to be at the next level.
Right.
But you're looking at size. You're looking at a couple of highlight reels, trying to determine like, okay, am I going to build my franchise around this guy now? As a number one pick, that's typically what a number one pick is, your franchise player.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
to say it was, it reminds me of that one player that went to Cleveland. What was his name? It was after LeBron, before Kyrie, or was it right after Kyrie? Anthony something. I can't think of his name, but
you talking about number one pick?
I know who
he
you
was the number one
Anthony
pick.
Anthony Bennett.
Anthony Bennett.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is he going to be Anthony Bennett? You know what I mean?
Right.
Or is he going to be somebody that actually, can come in and you can build a franchise around and grow from there? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't think there's enough info on any of these players to determine whether any of these are like culture changing or franchise players, from what we see. But summer league's coming around, and then these players are gonna have an opportunity to showcase what they got, and maybe there'll be some stars that emerge out of there.
Do you think it's hard to judge how good these players are, considering where they're playing at and their competition, or like what is y'all's thought on that? Because I've heard things like the international players have caught up with American born players. Like what do y'all think about that?
Well, based on Dre, he said, well, we know his take on it. I mean, like let's take this for instance. This guy was drafted by the Hawks. We know what that is. We know what that franchise is. Had he gone to a better situation with a better coach, I know. Let's rewind. So with the Spurs, you got Pop there, and Pop is a good coach. They have a great scouting department because the Spurs just seem to year after year find diamonds in the rough.
Mm-hmm.
And Pop coach them up. We like, dang, where this come from? So Wemby went to a good situation. Now let's fast forward to this year with this kid. Who's Atlanta's coach? It ain't. I know it's not Lenny Wilkins.
That's a good question. I have no idea who
Quinn
that coach
Snyder,
is.
isn't it?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's Quinn Snyder. Used to coach Utah.
Okay.
And we know that, man, the Hawks aren't what it is. I mean, nah.
They're not.
They're not going nowhere, right?
They're a play-in team.
Okay.
At best,
Did
right
they make
now,
the play-in tournament this year?
They made the play-in, but they didn't make it into the playoffs. I don't think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at these stats for this kid that got drafted number one. I mean, he shot 44% field goals, and let's see, just over about 35% from the three. I mean, I feel like that's.
So he's going to the NBA. Those numbers gonna dip.
They're gonna dip. I'm sure they will. But yeah, there's definitely gonna be an adjustment. But I mean, just looking at him, I can see why. I mean, very long and can get up and down the court. So, and like Doc has always said, this game is about pace and space, and that's what he can do. So, this next pick, the number 3 pick, you're a Rockets fan, correct?
Big E is Lakers.
Okay. Oh, Doc is the Lakers. I mean, Doc is the
Rockets fan.
Rockets fan.
Him and Trey. They
okay. I wonder what he.
Rock. We're gonna skip all the way through that.
I wonder
we're gonna just talk about our teams.
I wonder what his thoughts were on this kid here.
Never heard of him.
Reed Shepherd. In fact, his dad played for Kentucky as well. He was a member of the '96 national championship team, and he's supposed to be the best shooter in the entire draft. I don't know
Foster has taken away.
I saw a few of his games. Him and that kid from Tennessee were going at it, who also got drafted by your Lakers, Greasy. But I don't know what y'all think.
Man,
I think it's too early to tell about any of this, man. I mean, and to be honest, it's because free agency is around the corner. There's going to be some moves going on that's going to really impact all of what this is going on. This is going to be like second, third tier once free agency hits. So I think the Rockets have already have a nice young core, you know, and I think a piece like this, especially a good shooter with the way they can spread the ball around, fits into what they're doing. And given this draft, I mean, I think in a traditional high talented draft, he'd probably be a top 10 pick, not a number 3 pick, or maybe even a top 12 pick, not a number 3 pick. But that's not a knock on him. It's just, that's just where I think this draft is in comparison to drafts in previously. Usually you had a nice 8 that you knew would transition well, out of your top 15. You had at least a solid 8 that you thought would be effective, So, but
go ahead.
No, I said, but yeah, let's see what happens.
Yeah,
it's too early to tell, in my opinion.
It's too early.
Yeah.
Well, this guy here, I mean, 13 points a game, 5 assists. Let's see, 54% field goal shooting and 52% from 3.
Yeah.
So let's just see if it translates to to the next level. I mean, I feel like Houston is on the right track.
I think so.
It's just gonna take time. So, let's see. What's the next one here?
Who's your Bulls draft, Juice?
Man, I ain't no Bulls fan, man. Tripping.
You got it. Well, who's your team, Juice?
I don't have a team.
Man, come on.
I just like I follow players.
Come on over to the purple and gold.
Nah, I can't do it. Man.
Why not? What the problem is?
No, I can't.
I mean,
No.
Man, you're a LeBron hater, Juice. Come on.
No. I don't hate LeBron. I don't hate him. No. Hey, you getting me off track, man. Hey, next. This kid here, man. I was shocked and kind of disappointed that the Spurs traded him away. This guy here, Dillingham, he kind of reminds me of he's kind of a combo between Russell Westbrook. He's got the speed of Westbrook and he's got the handle of Kyrie. That's what I see when I see him. I don't know how much of y'all saw him, but
from the way you described it, I'd say it sounds like he might be a little too ball dominant for the Spurs offense.
Exactly.
So it makes sense to trade him off. But at the same time, I don't think what we got in return was worth it.
Okay.
So.
Yeah,
but it is what it is. He could definitely hoop, and I think that he'd be a nice complementary piece to
Wemby.
Anthony Edwards. And
Oh
I'm
yeah,
excited to see
I
what they do.
forgot. He's not gonna be with Wemby. Never mind.
Yeah. No, he's not gonna be with Wemby.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think that would be the reason why they traded him, is because the way you described him, he was a little bit too ball dominant.
Okay.
He a little wild with the shot selection. It's he a
Yeah.
little erratic.
Yeah.
I like his game. I like his game.
See, a lot of that stuff ain't gonna fly with Pop.
Nah.
Like, you get out there and nah.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that. I mean,
Yeah, I've seen at least
His
about 3 or
first-
4 highlights right now that I tell you Pop call timeout and put them on.
yeah.
Come on, right there by me.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I think the most, I guess, flashiest point guard that Spurs have ever had was Tony Parker, and I mean,
And
He
then
was
he
just
wasn't
a-
even flashy.
he was just a blur. Like he was just so quick and fast.
Yeah.
None of the Spurs under Popovich, they don't.
No flash. Yeah, no flash. Okay.
No flash.
Nah, no flash.
They got that.
man.
They got that turned off.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's why Kawhi don't know how to be a star, man.
There you go.
Oh man.
He went to that experience first and foremost, and Spurs protect their players. All you gotta do is a couple of HEB commercials or something like that, and you good.
Well, this next pick, and we all saw a lot of this dude.
That's cold, man.
Mr. Zach Edey got drafted to the Memphis Grizzlies. Honestly, man,
I think it's a good pick.
I think so too.
Yeah, I'm trying to see how he would look. I see guys like Rudy Gobert, like they can't.
Oh, he a lot Gobert.
They have no offensive game whatsoever. At least Rudy Gobert doesn't. But this guy here has shown that he can, if he gets you down low, like he's got some nice post moves. But I worry about him on the other end. I worried about him and being in transition on defense.
He'll be all right.
So,
you know who he kind of reminds me of is Zubac from the Clippers.
Oh, Zubac? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he can be something
I
like
think
that.
he's a little bit better.
Yeah.
Okay.
But now Zubac is coming to his own, though. He's coming to his own.
Yeah, he's a solid, double guy, right? Good things happen when he's on the court for the most part, and he can pretty much handle his own against anybody in the paint. So I think he'll be something like that, but for Memphis.
This guy reminds me of a white Patrick Ewing.
I can see that too.
A white Patrick
Ewing. A white Patrick Ewing.
Okay. Yeah.
I can kind of see that
because he's got a nice, he's got a soft touch down there too, like 10, 15 feet. But
y'all remember how Ewing used to play? He used to be like kind of slow. He wasn't explosive.
Right.
I mean, he wasn't explosive like a Shaq or Kareem or
It wasn't dominant. It was more a big man finesse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, this is just how Ewing used to do it.
Right.
No flash. It's just he on both of the knee pads rolling, and I mean, come on, man, y'all remember? Y'all remember PE?
Yeah. Well, we shall see, man. I think. I wish him all the luck, man. But
who drafted him?
The Grizzlies.
To be honest, the Grizzlies, since moving to Memphis, they've done a great job getting big men. Mm-hmm. Whether it was Gasol, Mark Gasol, Zach Randolph, they've done a good
Jaren
job.
Jackson Jr. now. Steven Adams was good for him.
Right.
They had Valanciunas for a while. He was good for him.
Yep.
They've done real well with their big man rotation down there.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I think they're trying to match up with Minnesota and Denver.
Yeah.
And Denver, yeah.
Because remember, y'all, I talked about this. with Denver. And that's how the Lakers were able to beat Denver in the bubble. Because they had McGee, Howard, and AD.
Mm-hmm.
If you got two big men, and I even said it this year, that's why I picked Minnesota to beat them.
Yeah.
Because you got Gobert and you got Cat.
Okay.
Okay.
And then they came off what's his name? Reed.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So they had a 3 big man rotation that they could throw at him too.
And you can't fade that.
Yeah.
And so I think this is what Memphis is doing. NBA, pay attention. Pay attention.
Right. Okay. All right. Greasy, I know you I gotta ask you about this next pick, man. Dalton Connect, the shooting guard from Tennessee. He averaged just a little bit over 21 a game, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, over 40% from downtown. You like
Y'all know
that?
I'm about to say something wild as hell. Y'all know that, right?
Go
Y'all know I'm
ahead.
about to say something. Man, it's starting to look like the 1948 Lakers. or the Lakers from the 40s, the 40s and 50s and the early 60s.
Yeah.
Man, we got a lot of that on the squad. We still got AR, and now we got this cat. And,
they got
and then we got the light-skinned brothers with
Hey, we're gonna need to stop all this light skin violence, man.
Yeah. What you feeling, Big E, about this pick?
What is he, a point?
No, he's a two guard.
He's a 2.
Yeah,
he's a 2. They need shooting, man.
Yeah, I mean, we need it bad.
We need it.
Right.
That's undeniable. You know, need shooting. So,
now is Bronny a deuce?
Huh?
Bronny, is he a deuce? Is he a 2 guard?
He's more. Yeah,
he's more of a
point.
2. Well, they had played him at point, but
like
he's more of a 2. Yeah.
He's gonna be starting.
He'll be starting.
I hope I'm dead wrong about him being, as far as good. I hope I'm dead wrong, but I can't see it.
Why do you think he's gonna be starting? Who's
we ain't got nothing. No, we still got D-Lo opted out, didn't he?
I don't know yet. He hasn't made
He hasn't made a
a decision.
decision yet.
See what I'm saying? So, hey, you might as well cast him into the fire. See what he can do. Let him get his lumps.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and discuss Bronny. While we're here, man. I mean, I'll go ahead and say it, man. I know from what I've seen. I mean, I like what I see from him. Like he's obviously athletic, and I even think he can shoot better than his dad. Like,
stop the cap, man. Stop.
No, man. No.
Oh no, man. LeBron jumping and got mighty wet as he got older.
Man. No, I'm serious.
LeBron is better than Jordan. I mean, just stop the cap, man.
Hey, we're not talking about Jordan, man. We're not talking about Jordan. We're talking about his kid, man. I seriously think his jumper looks better to me, but that's just my opinion.
I think he's more of a pure shooter than his dad is.
That's what I'm trying. That's really what I'm saying.
So with that being said, if you have a better jumper than his dad, that means he got a better jumper than Michael Jordan.
Oh my gosh! Can we stop? Can we get off Jordan? We're not even talking about Jordan.
You see how I got to do that, Big E?
Yeah, we're not even talking about Jordan.
I got to do that.
Hey, all I gotta say is on the 2-on-2, them James brothers is gonna be mopping Jordans.
I'm just saying though. To me, it looks like his jumper looks pure, more pure than LeBron. LeBron had to work on his jumper.
Yeah,
I would say Michael Jordan had to work on his jumper.
Oh my gosh! I'm gonna mute your mic, man.
Yeah, you
I'm
gonna
gonna
get
mute your
muted.
mic. I'm gonna mute your mic. You say one more thing about Jordan.
Jordan.
Mute your mic, man.
Nah,
Damn,
man, but I
G.
think Bronny gonna be all right. I
Yeah.
think he's, everybody said he should stay in college or transfer or whatever the case may be. But I mean, if you're dead set on trying to make the pros, you might as well take your opportunity to go ahead and go to the pros. There's not much else he's gonna learn from college other than how to be a really good college player, right?
Hey, that's about all you're gonna learn these days.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
you might go to another situation where, the coach leaves that year. So you didn't fool around and wasted a year trying to learn another system that doesn't benefit you because your coach is gone. Now you didn't even really get the opportunity to showcase what you could do because
Okay.
of that system. You know what I'm saying? So it's hit or miss. Right now, I think he could take this opportunity to go pro, even if he has to start out in the G League or whatever, work his way back up. So be it. That gives the Lakers somebody hype down in the G League to kind of get some eyes on. You know what I mean? So, he's gonna be straight. He's athletically inclined enough. He's a good defender, and he has a nice jump shot. All of that translates. So he's not going to be I don't expect him to be a superstar or all star even, but I think he can be a great role player on a good team.
Okay. I agree with you on that.
Mm-hmm.
How long do you think it'll take him to reach his full potential?
I mean, he's only 19.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you call prime? What do you call when you're in your prime? You say that's 25 to 32, 33, or even younger than that, 22 to 33.
I say, I'll say 20, 24 to like, I don't know, 33 in that range.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if you go with that, then he's still 5 years away from reaching his peak. Now, if we look back in 5 years later and he hasn't done any growth, chances are he won't even be in the league anyway.
Okay.
So he might be playing overseas somewhere.
Right.
I'm sure he can go to China and make a bankroll.
Yeah. You happy with the move, Greasy?
Oh, with Bronny?
Yeah.
Like I said, about 2% gonna pan out. Hopefully he pans out. But a lot of people gonna try to test him. Because he's Bron's son, give him the cheap shots, and it's gonna be a bunch of tomfoolery going on.
Yeah.
Because his fellow teammate at USC was averaging 16 points a game, this and that.
And he didn't get drafted, did he? He didn't get drafted. That's crazy.
So
yeah,
it's coming. It's coming. LeBron gonna just have to keep his composure and let Bronny grow up.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, I'm anxious to see what's going to happen when they're on the court together, and Bronny makes a mistake, or how's that dynamic gonna work as far as and even with the coaching, like, which is a perfect segue. I wanted to get into JJ Redick. How do you guys feel about this coaching hire? What do y'all see, and what do y'all predict? Like, is he gonna turn him into a winner? Are they gonna be a below average team? Like, what's gonna happen? What do y'all think?
I think it should be fired. Not even fired. That contract should be terminated. Just based on all this that's coming out, we don't need the extra pub. Even though all publicity is good publicity, but in this sense, I mean, I don't know who had control of this email to put that email out like that. Hey, your name attached to it. I mean, it's no denying it.
Right.
So it's a mess.
Yeah. Well, I just think that the fact that he hasn't had any coaching experience at any level, I just think that's such a red flag. Like, um, I mean, I know you got to get your experience somewhere,
Yeah.
but the Lakers is just a whole different level of and I don't quite understand why did they have to fire Darvin Ham when he had them going in the right direction. Like,
Nah,
I just felt like
Bumpy had to go.
to me, I feel like they pulled the plug on him too soon. I mean, I don't. That's just me. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but
I think what happened with Darvin Ham is he came in trying to be the homie and couldn't translate back to being the coach. And so it never resonated once they got into the thick of things and they really needed coaching to pull themselves out. It wasn't there. They weren't relating. You heard how AD said he didn't know what they were doing on the court, right?
Oh, dang.
So that you can't bring a coach back if your star player is saying that publicly. Now you can have that conversation of whether he should have or shouldn't have said it, but I think the transition from Darvin Ham was bound to happen. You get beat in the conference finals, and then you come back and get beat in the first round by the same team. Back-to-back losses in the playoffs to the same team will get a coach fired. I don't care who you are.
Yes, sir.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? He could have won a championship and still got fired like that. They did it to Vogel.
I was just gonna say, look what happened to Vogel.
So I think this is more so a showcase of how dysfunctional the Lakers front office is.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Even the whole Hurley scenario, right? Bringing him in. If you weren't going to offer Hurley $100 million, there was no point of you even bringing him in, because that's not what they offered him was not enough to leave UConn. So really it was more of a publicity stunt to say, hey, I tried to go get this guy, but now we're going to go with where we were originally going to go anyway with JJ Redick, because they don't want to pay a coach with cachet. They'd rather find a young coach, whether you coached before or not is irrelevant, to them, right? Three of their last four coaches have been first-time head coaches. So this is what they do, So,
right.
However, I'll say that I think from a basketball mind, I get the impression that the X's and O's will be fine. Now I wasn't factoring in what Greasy was saying, but that's on the NBA to handle that. Are they going to rev it up to like a Donald Sterling type scenario saying, hey, we got proof you can't coach? You know what I mean? I think until the NBA steps in and tells LA something, I think they'll probably stick with Redick. I don't think they'll just let him go. One, because they've already missed out on Hurley. Then if they let him go, who's left to really want to take that job? Everybody brings up Sam Cassell, but I don't think Sam Cassell really wants that job.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
pay
is not worth the problem.
How do you guys think the relationship between LeBron and JJ? How do you think that's going to play out in during games, during timeouts? Like, do you think they're going to ever butt heads or to me it's going to be, I feel like it's going to be there's going to be a point in the season where LeBron's not going to like what JJ's drawing up, or do you think they're going to butt heads, or do you think they're going to be okay as far as coaching?
I think all-star players butt heads with their coaches.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So it's bound to happen, and I think the media is going to make more out of it than what it really is, like they kind of did with Darvin Ham. I think the media helped escalate that to where it was. You know what I'm saying?
You already know.
I think what happened to Ham was reversible, but once he lost in the playoffs and didn't make the right adjustments, that was a wrap. You know,
Okay.
but yeah, with Reddick, it's gonna happen. But
Yeah.
I want to see what that staff is built out around him, though. Like if they add Rondo, if you add the right pieces around Reddick, he can very much so be successful, I think.
Okay. Well,
think
we shall
so.
see, man.
Well, you know, I guess you can lump him in like with remember Coach Spoelstra.
Yeah, he reminds me of a Spoelstra.
And he's a good coach, and we're like, who this guy?
Yeah,
And you know, he's a good coach.
Yeah,
Good coach.
definitely earned his stripes, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, fellas, man, this is all I wanted to really cover tonight. Kind of a short show, man, but NBA draft is in the books.
Yes, sir.
You know,
you don't want to talk about any of the free agency predictions, anything like that, man. You know, we could.
Honestly, I didn't. I've been saying I didn't prepare for free agency, but I think we can do that another show if y'all want to. I am really hyped up about this college football season. So many great matchups. It's going to be ridiculous. Like I'm not going to want to miss a game.
Yeah.
You've been listening to a lot of talk radio people, you know, that watch, you know, SEC football, and they're trying to make all their predictions, and it's just, oh man, you boys in Austin are getting a lot of love.
As they should. Should.
Michigan is being overlooked because they lost a lot of players and they lost their coach. So many storylines, man. I just can't wait till we get into it, man. We do our We Run shows. Breezy.
I think Michigan gonna be all right. Michigan
I think so.
gonna be all right. Maybe for the next year or two, and then they're gonna go back to being, you know, what they were.
and they got some conference additions that they got to account for now with USC and it was USC, UCLA, Oregon, Washington.
Like those them flying from the West Coast to all the way to the East. That's I'm really interested in how that's going to affect the outcome, how that's going to affect the players. So there's a lot to look.
Season though.
There's a lot to look forward to, man. Also, Just Know It Sports Show. Y'all can catch us every Friday night. Again, at times kind of fluctuate depending on what we got going on. I know tonight was kind of late, but I appreciate you guys getting on. Shout out to Doc. Hope everything's okay. King Dre, love you. Biggie, I appreciate you getting on.
Yes, sir.
Don, always, man. Love
Always.
Passion.
Hey, they know what it is, baby. It's the Just Know It Sports Show. Deuce Man, Big E, Doc, Dre, every Friday night, 8 p.m. right here. Couple of shout outs. Nah, I ain't no shout out.
Hey, I do got the
shout out to Dre
Liddell.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, sir. Dre Liddell.
Yeah, shout out to Dre.
He's always tuning in. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Till next time.